It's intoxicating for you, baby. Alcohol, we can do like it with you. I'm the lady, lady to my lady. I just want to face you, take my girl out.
You're here. It's the real Spiel. I'm glad you're here with me today. Alexa, stop music. What's going on, everybody? You have entered into the realm of the mansphere, and this is the real Spiel with Dell Brereton. Alexa, resume music. I just want to give you a little bit of a flavor. I'm in my suave mode. When you're in your suave mode, you don't do too much. You're not here. Here. Tighten the pocket. What's going on? The real Spiel, we're here. It's Monday. Hot boy summer has officially started. Hot girl summer too. I see some of y'all out there. Alexa, stop music. Come on. We are here to have an amazing conversation. Good day to everybody on my YouTube presence, everybody on Instagram. I'm very flattered that you guys keep coming back and hanging out with me, allowing me to share some of my insights. How you doing? Heavenly Opal. I am Alicia. Yes, I know. At least you got to keep it in the pocket, man. You got to keep it in the pocket sometime. Keep it tight in the pocket. But, we're here today to have a great conversation about why men cheat. And at the top of the news, though, we've got to do some housekeeping. First and foremost, Famous Me Accessories. Famous Me Accessorized, depending on how you want to pronounce it, based on how she spells it. Our sponsor from the UK, Vegan Mink Lashes. My girl is doing vegan mink lashes. Absolutely fantastic. Vegan Mink Lashes. Gotta check her out. She's one of my friends. She might be popping into the show. Please check her out. Vegan Mink Lashes from Famous Me Accessories out of the UK. It's not expensive. It's £5. You can order it and she'll get it to you. Also, we buried Uncle Kev on Sunday. Uncle Kev was buried on Sunday. His funeral was live streamed on YouTube. It went very well. And again, we bid condolences to his family, to his daughter, to his mother, and to his loved ones, and to, of course, his fans, of which some of you know I might be one of them. Might be. Also, Jamal Bryant. He gave a wonderful apology on Sunday morning. He also reposted my acceptance of his apology on his story. Jamal Bryant, you're a big man. Salute to you for apologizing, for being incorrect about your information, as you said, and not being too big a man to apologize with the same ferocity. Hey, how you doing, Flo Candles? With the same ferocity that you accused Kevin of various things, you apologized. You said your information was incorrect, and I appreciate it. It's a dead issue with me, sir. I'm not touching that again. So where are we? We are here at the very top of our story. We have 3 things to discuss today. We already discussed Jamal. We're going to get into why men cheat. But I wanted to attack our topic at the front. I don't think it's going to be too long, but I wanted to address it. And there is I had some ferocious conversations on my Facebook today with women who believe that the Kevin Samuel-esque type of men, individuals that prescribe to that, some of his information and some of his perspectives, that we hate women. And for some of you who don't know, I am the president of the Girl Dad worldwide club. I've raised 3. I'm raising 2, but I have responsible for raising 3 women, one of which her birthday was celebrated yesterday. 30-year-old, fantastic in the medical field, married, homeowner, doing amazing things, my daughter, and one of the smartest individuals I've ever met in my life. She was a genius from the time she was little, and I love her to death. I would never come here and pretend to position myself for hatred of women. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I got two left who are coming up. They're on my Instagram. They watch everything I say, right? And it would be ridiculous for a girl dad to hate women. We don't hate women. We're not in the hate women business. We're in the love women business. I think this generation of women are speaking some things that we have never heard before, and there is pushback. And that's what's taking place in what we call the manosphere. That's what's taking place. And it's taking place for the betterment and the health of relations between men and women, and for healthy families. And some of the things that I object to, and for those who know me, I come from a very spiritual background, religious background, Christian specifically, and it would be crazy for me to start articulating a message on this forum that is anti-women. That's not what it is. What we, and I say, I'm not alone. And for those who know me, like, check my TikTok. Me and my daughter are TikTok famous. We've got about 8,000 followers on TikTok. We basically just dance and talk. But my TikTok, my YouTube, I've always been in this sphere of trying to shoot down radical feminism. Feminism is not an issue. I'm a feminist. I support the equality of women in the workplace, rights. I'm a feminist, absolutely. Radical feminism hates me, though, and it does not promote healthy relationships between men and women. And this is what I'm speaking on for the record and for the future. That is not a platform that I could ever endorse. Hatred of women. And hatred of women comes in multiple ways. And the way that we're pushing it today and talking about it today, women who believe that men are simply walking around predisposed to cheat on them, you have digested a narrative that is saying that men hate you so badly that we have no intention of being loyal or faithful to the covenants and the decisions that we make when it comes to being in a relationship with you. And if men are doing this, and this is the stat that this whole thing comes from, we need a balance of ideas. We do not have to agree with everyone's opinion. Thank you, Flow Candles. Heavenly Opal says, I'm not a feminist. And Heavenly Opal, when I say I'm a feminist, there's nothing wrong with classical feminism. Classical feminism came into being because women were not being treated fairly financially, economically. They were not allowed to vote. The Judeo-Christian religion demonstrates, and it's the first religion, the very first ancient religion to give women votes of ownership and to separate ownership. When I say ownership of land, I don't mean ownership of people, but to separate ownership of women from individuality, to give women voices, to give women the capacity to participate equitably in society. Okay, so feminism is the secularization of the concept of female equality. That's all feminism is. And anything more radical than that, I don't agree with. Okay, I'm just going to say what it is. And thank you for a wonderful message and all these other things you're saying tonight. Thank you, ladies. So here we go. And when we have a conversation about not hating women, it starts right where I just sidetracked, but it starts right in this concept of, do men cheat on us? Do men cheat? I saw this post. And I don't know where people get their facts from, but a lot of people are in their feelings right now, so it's fine. But this is it, and this was where this came from. 80% of men cheat. So ladies, do you? This is what this young lady said on. She might have been satirical. She might have been serious. I don't know. She put it out there. I was like, wow, I took exception to that. I said, this is crazy. And, I went in on my Facebook. For those who follow me on Facebook, you saw that already. I'm not going to repeat that conversation. But the mentality that 8 out of 10 men do not have the capacity to stay in relationships with you when we've made a decision to is ludicrous. That's not what you're seeing. Men are not cheating on you when they step out on you. Let me show you what they're doing. I'm going to show you what men are doing tonight. I have 11 things that demonstrate when you determine this to be cheating? A lot of times it's not cheating. A lot of times this is what it is. Okay? We are responding to what, and we all know there's a communication difference and sometimes a gap between how men and women communicate in a relationship, and period. And a lot of times, this is what men are telling you. And I'm going to sneeze in a minute, so I apologize in advance. But this is what men are telling you. We are responding to you being a party of one. That's a Kevin Samuel term. So thanks, Kev, for that. I have to quote that. I'm going to put it in my terminology. You've actually been disqualified. He's not cheating on you. He's disqualified you. Ooh. He's sometimes disqualified you absent of your knowledge. And so the question goes to, what do you mean he's disqualified me? What are you talking about? I'm in a relationship with this man. I'm married to him. What do you mean he's disqualified me? He's disqualified you. That's what he's done. He has actually made up his mind to disqualify you. So in his mind, he is not cheating on something that he actually values anymore. And if he values it, the value has gone down in his mind considerably. Because this is essentially what men are processing. And it might not be what they're thinking. It's what they're processing when they decide to move away from whatever they consider to be a committed relationship into exploration or optionality. They are saying that the risk of my options the risk of losing you is not as good as my option. So therefore, your value has gone down considerably. I'm going to use a real estate or a gambling terminology and then move on with this because it's big, right? And I'll have real examples. So a man owns a house. He owns a home, right? And there's another part of it too. He could be also have some type of addiction, right? We're taking the addiction guys off the table, but you'll understand with this analogy. A man has a home. It's $1 million, $1.5 million home. It's beautiful. It's immaculate. It's paid off, right? It's got a swimming pool. It's fully decorated. It's got no mortgage. Okay. It's his, belongs to him. No one can take it away. He goes to Vegas, right? And he's sitting at the roulette table and he says, you know what? I'm going to risk my house on this bet. I'm going to risk my house on this bet. I'm going to risk my house on it. This is what he's done in his mind. He is gambling. And he is seeing the option of making more money. And that option of making more money, this is where I'm going with this, ladies, is more valuable to him than losing the $1.5 million home. He's playing a game. He's playing a dangerous game. But he's risking what he considers to be his. He's risking home. He's risking value with options. That's what he's doing, right? And what he's done is he's disqualified the nostalgia of this home. It's not important to him because he's gambling it. And so essentially, it's not really a home anymore. It's just a house. It's not really a wife anymore. It's just a woman. It's not really a girlfriend anymore. It's just this chick over here. And this option over here, to me, I'll take the risk. And that's what he's saying. That's the process that's going through his mind. So he is saying, and this is let's move it into the personal scenario. How has this home become just a house? How has she transitioned herself from being the pride of home ownership to being, I'm gonna gamble my options out here in the streets? How has he done that? There has been either a verbal or mental, emotional communication with that man does not believe that he is this anymore with that woman. He doesn't believe he's walking around with her. He doesn't believe that the emblems of his matrimony or the historical nostalgia of what they have built together. He doesn't see that as being us. There has been a separation that has taken place. And he is seeing what Kevin has termed as to being the party of one, which is you. What I have termed to being disqualified her, bro. She's disqualified. Let me give you some examples. Will Smith said this of Jada. Jada never cheated on me one day. I'm going to break that down in a second. Shaquille O'Neal, when being pressed about his relationship, he said, no. I messed up my relationship. That's all on me. That wasn't her. That was me. We have individuals in the Bible, a gentleman by the name of Jacob. Jacob has 2 wives and 2 concubines. That's 4 women that he essentially has this revolving relationship with. Where does he learn that? Not from his father, because his father, Isaac, has 1 woman, 1 wife, no concubines, never decided to have concubines. He has 1. So as we go down, what are the differences in these modern and these ancient relationships? Where do the problems reside? And the problems reside in the definitions that these individuals made about the relationship. A regular brother looks at Will and says, Jada's been cheating on you. Will said, Jada has never cheated on me a day in my life. We're like, what? What about August? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because Will has defined his union differently than most of us men. He has made a definition that is specific to him in his relationship, so that even when his wife physically was in other places, he still did not see her as being a party of one. At the time he made the statement, he might have changed his position on that. He still did not disqualify her from being his wife. This is an important thing. Shaq first. Shaq's relationship with his wife, when he decided to leave and do his mess, and now he's tasked to say, hey, so what was your position? What was going on? He's like, I messed up. I gambled away what I consider to be a secure situation, and I optioned out. And I took the value that I had with this woman, and I optioned out. And I lost the bet. But he optioned out, right? He optioned out because he didn't see that connection as being valuable enough. Thank you for my tongue starting to work. Valuable enough to say, let me not gamble it. He checked out. That's not literally cheating. That's a man who's saying, I'm gone. His body is there. His mind is there. He's gone. He's optioned out. He's optioned out of your relationship. And we see how his wife is dealing with now. She's married. She's better off. She'd level up. Might not be financially, but in romance, she'd level up, hopefully, with the pastor, right? Isaac and Jacob. Jacob has an investment that he made in time for one woman. He inherits another. He accepts the inheritance of the other, and then picks up a couple of concubines after his wives leave the childbearing stages of their lives. And he now categorizes all of those as family, but highlights one of them as his favorite. That is how he defines his relationship. The one who's his favorite, her name is Rachel, realizes she's the favorite. The one who's not his favorite, Leah, realizes she's not his favorite. And the other two know their position as concubines. That is the definition of their relationship. He's not cheating on wife 1 when he's with wife 2. He's not cheating on concubine 2 when he's with concubine 1, or with wife 1 and 1 2. They have determined some type of definition. These are ancient biblical concepts. Don't fight me. And these are pop culture that you've seen. These are concepts of definitions where individuals are defining their relationship in word and behavior. And some of you haven't gotten the memo when these men do what they do. But let me break some other things down. Where do these things reside? Okay. And I want to give you something. It's my concept, and it's, you don't have to accept it. You can throw it in the garbage. You don't need to take it. But I'm gonna hit you with it. Listen, there's an intimate separation crisis that exists in what I call surface partnerships. It's a separation crisis. Okay. And these surface partnerships are basically a relationship that 2 people, they can't be completely honest. Let me explain what that is. Many people get together today. They decide to live together. They decide to have these relationships, but they can't be honest with each other. And this is the problem. This is where this exists. They can't say, I want you, but there are other things out there I want too. And I know I know that you won't allow yourself to stay here if you know that I still want these things out here too. That's called a separation crisis. It's a separation of understanding because both people are not being honest, right? So many men and women enter into relationships because they have this structure that they think they have to enter into, right? And this structure has been historical. Sometimes it's religious. Sometimes it's cultural. And they step into this relationship culture, this relationship structure, and they say, I know what this person wants. I know the secret thoughts that I have that I want. But if I'm going to be with this person, I cannot be 100% honest. Right from the beginning, you have a separation crisis. You have a potential that if that person understands what's going on, they're going to leave. So certain aspects of the personal life are separate, personal, and there lies the crisis. You are never truly together. How can you cheat with somebody you're not with? This is my point. How do men cheat? Many of you, you're not in a relationship. You're not in a relationship. It could be a marriage of 20 years. You're not in a relationship, right? Because the things that are happening behind the scenes are secret, are dishonest, because if they are divulged, the relationship's over, right? So is that a real relationship? You're not in a relationship with anyone who's not being completely transparent about what they actually want from life. You're not in a relationship. This is why so many people get married for so long. And then what happens? You know what a midlife crisis? They have a midlife crisis. You know what that is? A midlife crisis is when people get old enough to say, you know what? This is honestly not what I want. I really have never wanted it. I've actually just settled for it. And now I'm actually going to do what I want. So when people start having a midlife crisis, you know what they're doing? They're being honest. I'm not talking about the folks who, they went loopy, they went crazy. Some people are just being honest and saying, I don't want this anymore. And these are the kind of evil, mean things that you hear when people go through that midlife crisis phase and they enter into this place. How you doing, everybody? I see everybody coming in, coming out. It's okay. You can run in, run out. You can, a lot of people watch the replay. But you have the midlife crisis and you say this: I never loved you. I never wanted to be married. I never wanted this. I never wanted children. I never wanted this place. I never wanted to live here. I never want. And you're like, wait, where's all this coming from? She's being honest. He's being honest. He's being honest. For now, your relationship has begun. And now your relationship is real because they're actually being honest. The separation crisis that was looming, sitting there the entire time, now it's come to the forward. It's come to the forefront. Now you're seeing, oh, wow. You know, I was never really with this man. He was never really here. He was never really 100 in this relationship. You weren't cheated on. You never had a relationship. You were playing dress up. You were playing house. And yes, and sometimes you say, well, he was being dishonest to me. You know what? Yeah, he was. He was being dishonest because he was stuck in a construct. He was stuck in a culture where, and he was stuck in a tradition where he might have felt, you know, that's what I had to do to stay around you. Like, I couldn't tell you this. I couldn't tell you that, you know, I still want to do that. And I still want to go to the strip joint. I had a girlfriend for the whole time we were married, and I love her too. I couldn't tell you that. I couldn't tell you about those children that I had all the way over there in Spain and in Italy and in the Caribbean. I couldn't tell you that. You wouldn't have hung around. I couldn't tell you that, baby. I couldn't tell you that. You couldn't handle that, right? Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth. That's the problem. The problem is that people come to the table with realizing that you can't handle the truth. There are red zone issues. And if they come to light, the relationship is either over or it's seriously, seriously damaged. Seriously damaged. So watch this. Okay, this is point 2. Point 1 was what I just said. Point 2 is they've actually broken up with you. And you missed the memo. He wasn't cheating on you. He broke up with you. You didn't know. You missed the memo. You missed the signs. You missed the telltale signs of this individual has already been gone. Cheated with you. How is he cheating on you? He's not with you. He hasn't been with you. You know what? I always wondered, why he never came home a lot on Fridays. I always wondered why this and that. Listen, baby, he checked out a long time ago. Why did he check out? That's what you need to understand. A lot of you don't understand why brothers check out, right? I'll tell you why I check out. I'll give you that right up front. I meet you right up front. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to check out. Okay? You talk to me crazy, I'm gone. I can be sitting here. I could be arranging plans to go out. I could be arranging your birthday, your anniversary. You talk to me crazy, I've already checked out. I'm going to be a man and still do some of the things that I'm supposed to do, but I'm gone, baby. I ever have an argument with your woman, fellas? You have an argument with her, man. She cuss you out, say all kind of crazy things. Still open the door for her? Yup. You still, let her walk on the right side of the road for her? Yup. Still pay the mortgage? Yup. Still pay the car note, light bill, buy groceries? Yup. But some of us have checked out. Oh, you don't know how to talk to me, eh? You think you're gonna talk to me crazy and I'm gonna hang her? Think I'm gonna think about you in a serious way and you're talking to me crazy? Checked out. A lot of you don't know your voice, your mouth, your tone, your attitude. Men have checked out. They're not cheating on you. They broke up with you the minute that you started calling them out of their name. They broke up with you the minute that you were saying wild things to them. Hey, Jericho, good to see you. They've checked out. And so they've actually broken up with you, but you missed the memo. That's number 2. Number 3. Somewhere along the line, and this is a conversation that men are having sometimes in their head. Hey, JJ, Jacob. They're having this conversation in their head. You failed me somewhere. Somewhere, this man, and I'm telling you, you women think that you have emotions. There's no creature on the planet more sensitive than a man. Because he has no way of showing you, but it's there. It's sitting up in there. You women like to tell men, oh, go and heal. We don't know how to do that. We don't do that. Men are extremely sensitive. Just because you think you can say stuff to us, you're better off punching them in the face than saying certain things, because these brothers don't forget. They don't forget. You tell them some stuff, they're not going to forget. They're going to be like, oh, that's what we're doing now? Okay. Imagine you're in a situation where this man has no job. You're supporting him, right? Ladies, come on. Happens a lot. You're supporting him. You're working. He's not working, right? You're giving him his little change money. You're taking care of him. One day you guys have an argument, right? And you start telling him about how he's a bum and he don't do nothing and he can't even get a job and blah blah. And you tear a piece out of that, bro. Excuse me. You tear a piece out of him. Think he forgot that? No. Feel that, bro. In his mind, he's like, oh, okay, that's how you're dealing with me, eh? Second I get on my feet, I'm out of this piece. I'm out of here. Yeah, talking to me crazy. That man's he's going to bed in his feelings every single night. He's gripping those covers. He don't even want to make love to you. In fact, if he's making love to you, he's making love to you in anger, because he's checked out. And he will check in to hotel affirmation. Hotel, baby, it's going to be all right. Hotel, she doesn't know how to talk to you. He'll check into that hotel, but he's already checked out of your house. This is number 4. Number 4 is huge. We ain't never been together. Some of you have entered into a relationship in your own head. Prematurely entered into a relationship in your own head. I had a conversation with a woman today that I will bring up. She said, well, what if I enter into a relationship with somebody, but I choose not to ever invite them to my home? Pardon me? You think you can actually have a real relationship with a man, but you're never allowing him to come into your home? You've never allowed him to come into your dwelling place, but you think you're in a relationship? Are you crazy? Are you mad? Are you mad? Like, he has you. It's not like you might be a long distance relationship and but you're literally in the same city. You're trying to engage this brother, and you're saying to yourself, and ladies do one of two or both. I've heard women say both. Oh, I don't want a man in my house, or I'm not going to no man's house. I'm not going to his house. He can meet me in a public place. You're not in a relationship. Relationship begins with trust, and with men, with a man on your mind, trust and safety. If you consider that man to be dangerous to your safety, if you don't trust to be in his presence, you're not in a relationship. So you're number 4. You ain't even together. You think you're together. You have a level of, see, women a lot of times, and modern women do this a lot, and I understand. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not shooting you down. I'm just telling you, baby, you're going to do this. You're not really in a relationship. You put up restrictive zones of your life. Yeah, you can do this, but you can't come here. You can't come here. I don't allow men do. I don't allow men here. I don't allow. And you have all these rules that you've made. You're your own person. Make your own rules, sweetheart. Make your own rules, baby. You have the right to make your own rules, but don't think that your rules limit me, because I'm not in a relationship with your rules. I'm in a relationship with my rules. Oh, that hurt your feelings. I'm in a relationship with my rules. As a man, you're saying, can't come to your house. Okay. Oh, you only want to meet in public. Okay. Okay. Some guys will say, I'll get that a chance. You're not in a relationship, though. You're not really in a relationship. Don't call that a relationship. Don't call that a relationship. Don't call that a relationship. It's not a relationship. And so some of you, you've never even been together. You've been talking for a minute, or you've been doing this for a minute. This talking thing is really having sex. That's a new term, right? You're having sex. You're not dating, you're talking. That's what I heard. There's single, talking, dating, engaged, married. Apparently, these are how these stages go. The talking phase of currently, and this is not my vernacular for my generation, but you folks who say that you're out here talking, you're having sex. Apparently, that's not a relationship. And I agree. If you're just having sex with somebody every now and then, that's not a relationship. That's not a relationship. You're not in a relationship. You see that person walking down the street with another person, you can't be like, hey, what's going on? You thought what? You're having sex with some random dude every now and then? You're calling on the phone. Sometimes you call in the morning, what is that? You in a relationship? No. You've never been in a relationship, right? Never been in a relationship. Number 5. This is interesting. And this is killer for people who have actually, put up all of the metrics to actually try to build a relationship properly. They might be living together. They might have gotten married. They might have said, listen, they might have had a real conversation, say, we are now exclusive. We're not going to be with anyone else. It's just you and me, and we're working our way to more serious things. This is something you have to put in place, or you're not in a relationship. Okay? This one's hard. This one's big, but this is needed for men. All right? It's certain kinds of men, but it's definitely needed. You have permitted private communication and opportunities in your relationship. You've permitted that man to possess the right of private communication from you, from your knowledge. So therefore, you can't read the text on my phone. You don't have the passwords to my social media. You don't have the password to my email. All right. I got to take this call. I'll be back. I have 2 phones, right? You can't have this one. This phone's not for you. This phone's for you. This is my private business. So when you develop this is my private business, you've developed private communication that leaves room for private opportunity that allows for desire to slip in. Okay, you need 3 things to cheat. Ready for them? I came up with this very long time ago. I've been prepared for this for years. You need 3 things to cheat. You need desire, number 1. That's easy, right? Desire can happen at any given time, right? You can't control desire. You can't control how you respond to seeing somebody, experiencing somebody. You can't control that, right? So that's out of your control. But the next 2 are not. The second is you need communication. You absolutely need to communicate at some time with that person in order to consummate the act of cheating. You have to find a way for that person and you to become in the same space. So you need to do what? You need to get a phone number. You need to get now it's great. People just add each other to Instagram, right? Snapchat. They figure out a way of communication. Back in the day, it used to be page me. Got the 2-way, you page. Just page me, girl. Just page me. I'll call you back. You have some way of communication in order to reach that person at a later time. The third thing you need is opportunity. You need an opportunity. You need to have opportunities for you guys to get together. That's why this whole concept of sexting and things like that, listen, ask any man, right? Your woman is sexting. One guy has a relationship and he finds out his woman is sexting, sending texts or naked pictures, naked video to somebody. Another guy finds out his woman is in full-fledged in a relationship with somebody else. Who's more mad? Sexting is different. That's not an opportunity, man. You can't jump through the phone. You can't. Opportunity is being each other's present. So you have, we're going golfing. We leave early and come back late. Yeah, that's my time. That's my time to unwind. I try to keep that time separate for myself. I just need that as a man to be alone. Opportunity has arrived in the relationship. You be like, hey, okay, big fella. Yeah. Oh, you want time? You want time to go golfing? No problem, baby. I'm gonna buy some golf clubs. Hey, golf. I'm gonna get somebody to teach me some golf because that time that you'd like to be alone, no problem. We're gonna go to the golf course together. I'm gonna book you a private room. I'm gonna have a private room. I'm gonna bring some of my girls. You know what? We're gonna be in our other space, but I'm gonna give you your time. Listen, do not create opportunities in a relationship for individuals to fulfill desires and to consummate communication. And some of you will say, well, I don't want to have those types of trust issues. Those are not trust issues. Those are security issues, okay? It's like saying, well, that's a very negative way to think. Like if you buy a vehicle and then you buy insurance in case you crash, that's very negative thinking about crashing. Why would you buy something in the anticipation that you're going to crash? Why don't you just build your life and not crash? Hey, because things crash. That's why you have insurance. It's a security. It's a contingency for a wreck. And these are what eliminating completely opportunities and privacy of communication in a real relationship. There's no privacy of communication. This is why, man, you can't tell your married buddies your little sneaky link behavior and think that he's not going to tell his wife. Of course. The same thing goes for women. There's a good, healthy relationship. There's no privacy. There's no privacy. Oh, my goodness. You ever been with some women that bust in the bathroom? You in the bathroom? Oh, damn. What? Oh, what? I've been raised with brothers. It's not a big deal to me. She's there brushing your teeth while you're doing your business. Like, girl, could you brush your teeth in a minute? Just relax. She's telling you, there's no privacy in here, baby. There's no privacy even in the bathroom. I'm telling you, there's no privacy even in the bathroom. You listen, with these phones these days, you be like, yeah, girl, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'll shout you back. No. You can take a shower with me. Your phone's waterproof, right? In fact, let me send you a waterproof phone, right? Go ahead, put that on video call. Boop. You ain't gonna dismiss me for an hour while you doing your little sneaky link. No, bro. It sounds insecure, but I'm trying to give you something. You have permitted private communication and opportunity in your relationship. And because you have done that, you have never consummated true security in the relationship. And so you cannot do that. You cannot open up the relationship to private communication and private opportunity. That's all I'm saying. Number 6, be with a man you can't please or handle. That one's a hard one because I think a lot of women sometimes know when they have signed up to be with an individual who is beyond their scope to handle. And many times when a man is outside of your scope to handle, it's kind of like driving a Formula One race car, right? You can't drive that race car the way it's supposed to be driven. You can't. And a lot of times, many women are honest enough to know that guy's a lot. That and they'll say to you, I don't know if I can handle you. I don't know if I can deal with you. And it's not maybe just something that's simple like sexually. That man might have a personality. He might have a public face. He might have a life that's too much. Some women will say, you know what, if you do this type of career, I can't be with the people. I can't be with a guy who's a pastor. I've heard so many make them say that. I can't be with a guy who's an actor, or I can't be with a guy who's a professional athlete. I can't handle that life. I can't handle you because I know the management that I will have in order to stay secure and to keep this relationship safe is beyond my capacity to do so. I'm a prime example. I don't know if you guys know, he played for Toronto. His name is Doug Christie. And Doug Christie's an NBA player, but Doug Christie's not the story, it's his wife. Ooh, Mrs. Christie. She went everywhere with her husband. She went on every road trip. If he's going to the club, we go to the club. She knew there's groupies, there's all kinds of stuff on these streets. And so she said, I'm going to set up a tent around my family to make sure that the desires that my husband is going to see all over the place, I'm not going to afford any communication or opportunity. Ooh, that's a heck of a woman. I know another woman like that. She's a private citizen, so I won't say her name. She married a guy, and she's a friend of mine. She married a guy, used to be a nightclub guy, used to be a nightclub dude. He's all over in the nightclub. And she switched her life up. She's like, oh, you in the club? I'm in the club with you. We're going to be the club couple. Everywhere you go, I go. You want to be in the club, baby? I'm going to be in the club with you. I'm going to dress you nice. I'm going to dress nice. We are the club couple now because you can't get out the club, but I'm in the club too. And they created a life, a social life. They have a pretty hot social life. They're in Toronto. They have a pretty hot social life. Everybody's there. They are the admiration of everyone else. They're like, ooh, what a couple. Because she makes sure there's no opportunity for sneaky links. She's with her man all the time. And this means that women, sometimes you enter into a relationship in a very naive state, or you're younger, you're not as sophisticated as that man. You think, you do that? Okay, I'll be here. Just go ahead. That's a mistake. That's a mistake, because you have opened up the door for that man to simply not be in a total relationship with you. He's in a relationship with the streets. Hey, he's in a relationship with his secular behavior. He's in a relationship with his extracurricular activities. He's in a relationship with his career, but he's not in a relationship with you, right? When we think of Michael Jordan, when we think of Carmelo Anthony and all these guys who've had these major wrecks in their marriages, right? We're not thinking about their wife. And do we care as fans? I'm a fan. Do I care? You and your wife broke up? That's your person. I don't care. I don't see your wife and you as being part of what I admire as a fan. I don't care if you got a bad relationship. Now, I'm a guy. Now, imagine women like that. Women are like, oh, you're not home. You're on the road in my city, LeBron. Okay, LeBron. I see. Oh, you're not bringing your wife with you. Okay, LeBron. I got a special outfit for you. Because people don't see your relationship. They see the opportunity to be with you if they want you. And if you have no security around your relationship, are you really in one? Okay. You're with a man you can't please or handle. Now, I can't go too fast over that. I got to deal with the sexual part. The sexual part is major, because if you can't handle a man sexually, that situation is kind of doomed. I don't have a good answer for that. If you can't handle this man sexually, if he has a sexual appetite that is larger than your capacity to fulfill, how are you going to manage that? Like, think about it in a way that's just normal. Like, you marry a football player. He's a 300-pound football player, and you want to feed him salad. You want to put him on some kind of, some kind of pescatarian diet, and you want to limit his calories. And and if he's nice, he'll be like, oh, thanks, babe. The second he leaves the door, he's going to go find something to eat, because he's starving. He's essentially too much man, appetite-wise, for you. And so this is one of the things, too, that is a major problem in relationships. When you have two sexual disparities, and you have a man now that, and I have a couple of brothers. They say, listen, and you get to a certain age. And this is what a lot of things women don't understand too. Men's, their sexual prime. A lot of women have misunderstood that. Men get sexually more invigorated. They get better at it into their 50s. So a brother in his 20s, he might have been wanting to do stuff, because he's got, but he gets to his 50s now. He's better at it. He got more control. He's like a guy like myself. I'm in the best shape of my life. I've never been stronger. I'm not as fast, though. I mean, I can't run as fast, but never been stronger. Best shape of my life. I'm at my sexual peak in my 50s. I'm at my sexual peak. I'm a bad man in my 50s. In my 20s, you know, I was like, it was like the gun kept going off. Bang, 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 bang. I couldn't control the dogs on there. Bang, 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 bang. Now I'm a sniper. Papa, papa, I'm in the pocket. So I'm saying you have to know that, yeah, I have the capacity to fulfill this man's sexual appetite. And it might not be who you are when you meet him, but it better become who you are. It better become who you are, because what are you going to do? And this is one of the greatest problems. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to stay on this topic for a little while longer. Number 6, I got to 11. I'm at number 6. You're with a man you can't please. If you can't please a man sexually, if you don't have the capacity to please a man sexually, you've got to step your game up. And you can't just simply say, I'm a willing participant. You have to be an enthusiastic, willing participant. You can't be like, well, fine, just take it. Okay. No, I don't know why you need to have sex so many times. Jeez, go ahead. That's not sexy, love. That's not sexy. You have to be a willing participant. You have to, if a man says, baby, I like to eat, like I love food, like you can't just say, I'm gonna make you 7 bologna sandwiches. If you're hungry, just eat one of those bologna sandwiches. It's like, bologna sandwiches? I'm not eating no doggone bologna sandwiches. Your sex can't be bologna sandwiches. If you have a man who's got a strong, invigorated sexual appetite, you better go out there and buy you some lingerie. You better make sure the toes are done. You better make sure them heels is soft, girl. You better. There's a scripture, there's a weird scripture. It says her candle does not go out by night. It's a Proverbs 31 woman. It means you better come to bed looking bad as you leave the house. Don't come to bed with cold cream on your face. You got that little do-rag on. You're in your dust coat. What are you crazy? I would look at you like, are you crazy? Who are you coming to bed with? Now you're not sleeping in this bed. There's policies in this bed. You got to come to bed naked, first of all. Ain't no clothes in here. There's no reason for clothes in here. I might wake up inspired at 2 a.m. And I don't want no clothes between me and my inspiration. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You have to be ready to go. Go to bed. Everything smelling good. Go to the wax lady. Come on now, don't come to bed like a porcupine, grizzly bear in certain areas, ladies. You got to go to the wax lady. Come on. Take that thing off. That thing's got to be ready to go at all times. Hey, yeah. You got to be able to talk in tongues in the middle of the night. Listen, be ready. Be ready. And you know what the best time to be ready? When that man come home late. Mm-hmm. Oh, you went out. Come home late, huh? Well, I don't know what you've been doing, but when you get home here, you best be ready. You know, some brothers know, oh, word? I can't do nothing tonight. No, my girl's waiting for me at home, and I can't do this and then get home and do that. I better have energy when I get there, so I'm out. I ain't doing this tonight. You tell them, oh, yeah? Well, this is going to be waiting for you when you come home. And listen, better not to be 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm going to play the whole Key Sweat CD. First volume, second volume. You better be able to go, big fella. Come on, come ready. I don't care if you come in 2 a.m. I don't care if you come in. Listen, I'll be lying here. You know the pose. They do that pose. That pose like that. That pose means, listen, just wake me up. I'm ready. No, you can't be in a position with a man and not be able to sexually please that man. If you know he's out of your scope, and listen, I can't talk this talk because that doesn't come from my worldview, but some women have teamed up to I ain't going there, but some women have teamed up to take care of a man's scenario. That is a room for dysfunction. I've seen that go. Let me talk about that. So I know a situation, and I don't prescribe to this. I think women, if you're a good woman, you can be more than one woman in that one woman, okay? I'm gonna say it like that. You got a red wig? Come on, tonight, you red wig Shirley. Tomorrow, you blonde Becky. Now, the day after, put on that Chinese thing. You're gonna be Song Mong Yong. You know what I'm saying? But some women have literally teamed up, and they have brought in another woman into their bedroom to try to take care of a man's sexual needs. And The one experience that I know of, and you know what? No, I'm not going to say the one. Every experience I know of, that kind of ended in a train wreck. It ended badly, right? Because there's two reasons women bring other women into their bed with their man, right? Reason number one, this was the first reason I've experienced. I'll tell you about the second one, which is the more recent. Reason number one is that woman is actually over you. And so what she has done is she needs to get in her head, imagining you having sex with another person, but she wants to control it. So she brings another woman in, allows the three of you to do your dastardly deed, and she witnesses for herself you having sex with another woman. And emotionally, she's able to move on from you because that has been her biggest anger and anxiety, the suspicion that you have been cheating on her with another woman. But she controls it. She brings it in. She witnesses it. And she says, okay, I controlled it. And now I'm over it. She closes up shop. That was the first one I saw. She said, I'm every woman. Go ahead there, Opal. Opal said she every woman. Number two was this is the second reason I've seen women bring another woman into the bed is because the man said that's what he wanted. And so she allowed that man to bring a woman into her household, into her bed, and they participated in their act. And then what took place is that the dude was no longer interested, watch this, in the second chick he brought and only wanted exclusivity back with his wife. But the second chick caught feelings and decided, nah, baby, you brought me in. I'm part of the family now. Nah. And she started kicking up hell for that family. Those are the two scenarios I saw. A woman, and this is the thing about a woman. And I'm going to get off this topic and go into number 7 in a minute. A good woman, especially a modern woman, you guys can change your eye color, your hair color. You can change how big your lips are. You can change your body. You can cut stuff off. You can put things in. You have the capacity to be a lot of different women. You know, Dr. Harold during the day, Sasha at night. Go ahead now, Sasha. But women have the capacity to be so many different women. Black women sometimes mess me up because I'm the head of security at one particular boutique hotel, and I have a day job too. But sometimes I see women come back week after week. I don't know it's the same woman because she switched herself up so much. They're like, you don't recognize me? I was like, no, you don't recognize me. I was like, no. Oh, last week I had my hair like this, and I was like this. Oh, shoot. Yep, that's you. that's you. If you can do that to go out, why can't you do that to stay home? Man, a brother loves variety. And so if you can give him that variety in his own household, I was in a relationship, long-term relationship, and the relationship wasn't going that well for a while. And this girl switched up her hair, went into braid mode. And I was like, you know what? I've been overlooking you. Listen, I fell in love with the woman I've been in love with or been in a relationship with. I was like, girl, I don't know what it's about you, man. She was like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you okay? Like, what's going? She didn't understand it. The switch up did something for me. It was like a whole new chick. It was like a whole new girl. I was like, hey, cutie, what's going on? So sometimes that can work. That can invigorate a relationship. That can put fresh life into it. If you're with a man you can't please and you can't handle, girlfriend, work it out. All right. Number 7, you with a man who told you that he's not committed. Yo, he told you he's for the streets. He's shown you he's for the streets. Okay? You're like, but you're here every day. You know, like you come here, you got your clothes here, you got your mail here. Girl, I done told you I'm for the streets. I know what to tell you. Yeah, I come here. You make it convenient for me to come here. You feed me, you take care of me. I'm good here, but I'm still for the streets. You've got to listen to that. You were never in a relationship. He ain't not cheating on you. He told you who he belongs to. He don't belong to you. He told you he's for the streets. He advised you in advance. This is not what I want long term. This is the worst part. He might have been there what it seems like long term. Might have been there 4, 5, 6 years. And especially, this is what happens to you ladies who do this. Women who are the unmarrieds, right? Guy can slip out anytime. He can pick up and bounce at any time, right? Because a brother who really rocks like this, if he's smart and he really is doing this, he's got all of his stuff separated. He's got his bank accounts. He got all his personal stuff in his personal space. He lives at your house, but he still keeps an apartment. He lives at your house, but he still keeps an apartment. That bro ain't committed. We live together, but you still keep your apartment. Why? I gotta keep my individuality. I can't just move into your space like that. I just can't do that. He's not with you. Period. You might be with him. He's not with you. I remember Carmelo Anthony said this about his wife Lala said this. Oh, so Melo, are you married? He says, my wife is married. He said, my wife is married. He ain't married. Carmelo always belonged to the streets. Number 8. This is interesting. Why do men cheat? They don't. It's a crazy concept because sometimes they're never there. But number 8, he doesn't see it as cheating because his fidelity is in other areas. For example, you are his exclusive financial partner. You're his trusted confidant, but you're not his sexual partner only. Ooh, you remember that? Remember that situation? He doesn't see it as cheating because he's like, we do business together, right? Your name's on some of my houses. You know what I'm saying? We got a little hustle going here, but don't get it twisted, girl. We ain't together like that. I can do what I want. Right? Similar to number 7, he don't even see it as cheating. He's like, cheating on who? I'm not cheating on you. What do you mean I'm cheating? Cheating on what? Huh? Anybody else got any other Negro put your name on a house? Huh? Who took you on vacation last month? Huh? You seen the world with me, girl. Right? I'm leveling you up. Don't talk to me about cheating. I can do what I want. Some brothers are like that. They're like, hey, I'm doing you a favor. You ain't doing me no favors here. Those are guys who got money like that, right? They have the financial capacity to have options. And so they've optioned you in, but they haven't optioned themselves in to be exclusive with you. They're saying, no. You're in my playhouse. You're in my playhouse. I'm not in yours. So this is my stuff. Don't talk to me about cheating. No. I don't want to hear that talk anymore. Some brothers are really like that. Right? Now, that's a heck of a dude to deal with. I don't know what you're signing up for, but he would have told you. And a lot of times when women leave those relationships, they write a tell-all book. Oh, I was in a relationship with a manipulative, and they give you all kind of titles and all kind of names. They call you all kind of stuff. And he might very well be because he had the finances to be the boss, and he paid the cost, and you signed up for it, and you sat there and you took it, and you took all the advantages until it became something you can no longer deal with. And then you want to run around and say, I was in a relationship. And he's like, you were never in a relationship with me. Never. That girl was never in a relationship with me. I was doing her a favor. That's how he's thinking. And if it's like that, because he's going to tell you. He's not going to cut no words. You can't close one ear and be like, oh, yeah, okay, I don't want to hear. And then you just, you go back into your naivete. No, he's telling you straight. It's number 8. He doesn't see it as cheating because his fidelity is in other areas. Okay? You're his exclusive financial partner, for example. You're a trusted confidant in some areas, but his body does not belong to you in his mind Because guess what? You guys haven't had that conversation. There is, as I began this entire thing from the beginning, for those who, I'm not going to repeat it for you, you're going to have to go watch a replay. This whole thing begins with a meeting of the minds. And if there's no meeting of the minds, don't call it cheating, because there was no meeting of the minds. Number 9. We're almost done here. Monogamy, this is kind of similar to number 8. Monogamy was never discussed. Yeah, but you never said I couldn't go out there and hit Shirley too. Yeah, we married, but what does that mean? I'm married. I'm come home every night. I do this, I do that. But we never talked about, like, I couldn't, come on now, girl. Sometimes I have to do my thing. Me and my boys do my thing. What? We never discussed that. A lot of brothers on that too. There's so many men these days who are on this polyamory life. They want to live this polyamory life. To me, I just see it as expensive, and I don't need the stress of multiple women in my life. I don't know what they want to do, but I don't want to do it. To me, they're sexually, they feel that, oh wow, I may have all this sex, and bro, I don't. That ain't all what it's cut up to be. You must not be a player. Like, you must not come from a scenario where you had women, because I can't lie, I have, and there's no way I'm signing up for polyamory. Because I'm not signing up for 3 women to be my boss in the house, because, bro, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have 3. I don't care if you have 3 different households. You're going to have 3 different bosses. And if you financially have the capacity, like you're the king of Swaziland, for example. I don't know if many people. This was something I said when I was married, and it didn't go over well at a family function. They said, "Who's one of your people that you admire?" I said, "The king of Swaziland." The king of Swaziland, every year, does this celebration, and he comes down from his palace, and he comes into the villages, and all these young virgins are in the villages, all dressed up, waiting, because every single year, the king of Swaziland takes a young virgin and marries her and makes her another one of his queens and adds her to the royal entourage, right? Every year he comes and does that, every single year. I was like, hey, that's my guy, the king of Swaziland, because he's saving women from poverty, putting them in the palace. They didn't interpret it that way, but it did not go over well. Sometimes my specific humor might have cost me, good relationships. Nah, couldn't be. Nah, impossible. But listen, polyamory is a responsibility, and you can't just say, "Oh, I want to be polyamorous." Oh, really? You're going to take care of that woman when she's sick? You're going to wipe her bum? You're going to take her to the dentist? You're going to deal with her if she catches Alzheimer's? You're going to deal with all their issues? Or you're going to be on the phone with, "Oh, today I just didn't feel like going to work," and you're going to be dealing with all that. You know how much text messages you're going to. Oh my gosh! Why would you sign up for that, bro? Listen, one's too many for me. I don't want no stress. I don't want. That's why I have so many criteria for myself. I don't want no stress. I don't want no big stress. You want 3? No. Monogamy was never actually discussed. That's number 9. And so, ladies, you gotta discuss it. Where does a man get that kind of energy? Like, and you know what, obscure scholar, don't get me wrong. I got the energy. I don't have the mental energy. I got the physical stamina. Okay, I could be King Artaxerxes with a harem. I don't have no problems in that department. I don't want to have to talk that much. I don't want to have to share that much television time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to walk through the mall and go through the growing processes of I've got a whole gang already. I've got a gang of children already. I don't want to have. Imagine I've got a gang already now. Imagine that was my intention. I probably have 30 children. Don't want it. The energy is not a problem. We are alpha black men. We can handle that. It's the mental energy that I couldn't handle. I don't want to hear it right now. I'm triggered. For those who know me, I got 3 grandkids. Listen. I got a little one called Legend, right? Legend. Once Legend hangs out with me for about a minute, she starts to fuss and cry. Starts, oh Lord, okay, take this shot. I don't want to hear no baby cry in my head, man. I'm like, oh. Parents. Got to change this one. I've done that already, baby. I'm not going back to that. No. I've got PTSD from little babies, little children. I don't want it. I don't want it no more. I don't know how these guys do it. And you know, if you're going to be a father, you got to be involved. Got to be involved, man. Listen, ladies, you know, I'm gonna say there's no harder working vocation in the world than a good dad. You what? Yeah, y'all push the baby out. You know, y'all clean some diapers. But after that, you know, who's got to make them NFL, MLBL, and NBA players? Who's got to coach them? Who's got to go out there and lift up their self-esteem, teach them how to box? You know, who's got to discipline them and go through life, you know, dealing with them? That's daddy's job. Come on now. You guys got them to about 5 or 6. And we got them the rest of the way. I'm a full functioning, all the time father. I will shut down stuff for my children. And so, yeah, I don't want that. My monogamy, discuss it and say, this is what, hey, bro, see this thing here? Hold it in your hand. This thing here, it's mine. It's mine now. It's under new management, boy. Don't take it nowhere. You got to tell them that. Number 10, you've invited a culture of cheating unknowingly by inappropriate friends in your relationships. Oh, I want to talk about this. I'm going to top up. I only got one more. I don't even know what time it is right now. Are we past our time? 9:06. I'm finishing this. You guys got to hang on a little while longer, or you can watch the replay. I'm going to hang on to this one. Okay? You've invited a culture of cheating unknowingly by inappropriate friendships in your relationship. Now, I had a young lady who I really was excited about being in her life. I was really excited about her. And quickly we realized she had a circle of friends that were too comfortable, in my opinion, with her. Way too comfortable. Male friends who were also married, but these brothers clearly wanted to have a little sneaky link with the young lady that I liked. And I felt like, yo, and I told her, I was like, I will check a Negro if he tries that when I show up. She's like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. No, these are my friends. That's what we do. Not with me. Let them know. Let them know in advance. I'm not about that life. I'm not going to a little soca fete and I take my thing to a soca fete and one of her male friends walks in. Hey, what's up, baby? And he coming in and whining on. Are you mad? Whoa. What's going on? What's going on? Are you crazy? Oh, you don't see me here? You don't see 6, 7 murder standing behind her? You're mad? You wanna dead? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a man code. You don't do that. I remember I was dating this one wrong dude. Don't do that with me. And I remember I was dating this one girl, and I told her the same thing because I laid on the line. Hey, see male friends and me? They don't work. So you better make sure your little male friends just simmer into the background because when I show up, the gorilla shows up. All right? There's no air in the room for little male friends who want these hugalicious Negroes. Hey, girl. Nah, bro. You better learn this. Learn this. Okay? I'm in the piece now. Ain't no, hey, girl, hug up. None of that. That stuff's over when I show up. So this young lady knew that situation, took her someplace to eat. This Negro sees her coming and grabs her and picks her up, shaking her. Hey, long time no see. I was like, bro, are you out of your mind, bro? What's wrong with you? You want to hug me? Hug me. She was like, whoa, it's my friend. I said, yo, don't ever do that again. And he's a big dude too. But he saw my seriousness and he was like, hey, no disrespect. No disrespect. You damn right, no disrespect. Don't ever do that. Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? Nah, don't allow an inappropriate relationship, friendship. It's a culture of cheating. It's a sneaky link culture that allows now this fluid relationship going from, non-couples to and it's in and out. You guys are all having sex with each other. No, you're dancing up with the next man's wife. And no, man, that titillation is always going to lead to cheating. I don't care who you think you are. It's going to lead to cheating. Or what? No, it's going to do. The serious people in your life who come in and say, I'm not standing for that. You're going to be like, no, I got to let you go. Because you want to go back to your lascivious kind of reveling with people. No, boss, can't do that. This is why, as a Trini man, I am Trini to the bone, those who know me. I'm not taking my woman to carnival. I'm not doing it because listen, I'm gonna fight. I'm not joking. I'm gonna fight, right? Because for those who know me, I specialize in baddies. She's gonna be a baddie. She's going to be the kind of woman that a dude will see her and be like, hey, look at that pun road. And Trinidadian men, they don't keep their tongue. They're like, oh, yeah. Hey, what? Hey, boy, you can handle that? Come on, let me take a wine on that. Now, hey, you want a dead? You want a dead? You want a dead? I's a country Trinidad. I want you. Listen, no, I ain't taking her there because I know the problems and I know me. So I'm not creating that culture. And anybody who's interested in that type of culture, it won't work with me. It will not work with me, okay? Because I'll sit up in my bed making plans to blow up people. No, don't do that. You've invited a culture of cheating unknowingly. I'm going to say unknowingly by inappropriate friendships in your relationships. You know the key culprits of this? Work husbands. Bing, 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 bing. Red flag, red flag. What do you mean work husband? Which man is getting husband title? Did he pay for wedding? He put a ring on your finger? Right? He's walking around curling. He's mashing up the business at night. He's not doing that. Okay? He don't get title like work husband. No. Oh, he's just going to pick me up. We're going to carpool my tail. No carpooling. Sorry. Work husband and carpool? Nah, don't sound right. What? Hey, how come you're so late? Oh, there's so much traffic. And work husband was trying to take a detour. Was he now? Let me and work husband talk. Okay? Because you might have to bury work husband. No, sirree, Bob. No, work husband, don't allow women to enter into these kind of relationship things, gentlemen. Don't allow it. And men, because we're talking about why men cheat, you've allowed this dude. Why? And we don't because we don't. But you've allowed this dude to have these friends, right? You've allowed your man to have, oh, that's just his girl. That's his friend. I knew her from time. She's close. He's told me about her. They're very close. Blah, 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 blah. He's hitting that. Stop the foolishness. Get rid of those chicks. Parachute them out the plane. Up. Gotta go. No. Listen, there is no man, zero, who meets a real baddie and will not parachute out female friends and send them to the back of the line and say, yeah, girl, sorry, man, I can't jeopardize my situation. No. Listen, don't listen. You can't call me. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna have to block you, man. I'm gonna have to block you because I'm not losing my relationship because of you. Listen, no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to curve you. Because this girl and me, I'm serious about this one. If you allow this dude to keep around these little, I call them tentacles of attraction girls in his life, come on, little girl can walk in. Oh, you've had such a hard day. Let me. Oh, nah, don't. You know where I was going with that. Nope, Susie. No, don't let it happen. Don't let these girls get so close to your man that there's no line. There has to be a line, and there has to be a border, okay? Where it's like, no, it's okay, but don't go to the picnic and let Shorty prepare him a plate. Oh, I got you. Oh, how you doing, girl? Hey, Dell, I got you. I got a plate. You want me to get a plate for you? Yeah, I know you like it. It's okay. Yeah. Don't let her do that. She put that plate in his hand and be like, oh, I made the macaroni, just so you know. I put a little extra for you, Dell, because I know you like it. Better not. You better not do it, because I'll be like, oh, you got a little extra for me. She got a little extra for me. I bet she do have a little extra for me. No, don't let her do it. Okay, I think you got that one. Number 11. Last but not least, and we're going home on this one. Do you know why men don't cheat? Men don't cheat because women don't have a bro code. Women don't. It's your fault. You know, I had to get here eventually. Y'all don't have a bro code. I don't understand why women don't have a bro code. They don't have a bro code, meaning they will sleep with their friends, man, because there is an absenteeism of eligible men. So when your girl walks in with like that, girl, that's your man? My gosh, girl. Listen to them when they first, oh my goodness, I bet he's killing that girl. I would be giving that girl. They go with that at the first when they meet. Remember that, because that sis don't have a bro code. She doesn't have a bro code. She will let it happen. If there's a short breakup, whoop, slip right in there. Look at my girl Portia. Portia on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her girl broke up with that billionaire. Portia was up in there. Portia engaged now. Hey, Portia got no bro code for billionaires, baby. There's no bro code with y'all, right? A man, that's my boy. That's his woman. His woman, bad as hell. They break up. She's always off limits. Forever. She's always off limits. Your bro marries another girl, and his ex, she's still off limits. You don't go there, especially there's children. But let's say there's none. There's always a bro code with men. Ladies don't have no bro code. You guys will sleep with your girlfriend's ex. You will just allow things that it's interesting that women don't allow. If you're told in advance, for example, yeah, I got a situation. Okay, well, you got a situation. That has nothing to do with me. I'm cool with that. Really? Yeah. As long as you told me in advance. No bro codes. Girls don't have the bro codes. They don't have it. I'm watching Country Wayne. Country Wayne, they got this individual named Amber, Mike, Amber, and Ro. Ro is Mike's girlfriend, and Amber is an old girlfriend from back in the day. But they have crossed the line so many times. Amber knows Ro, but Amber don't have a bro code because Amber wants Mike. Because there's not a lot of Mikes around, right? There's not a certain kind of men. Women are like, hey, it's war out here, girl. You can't keep them. I'll keep them for you. You need to. So this is why, in a scenario, am I cheating because aren't you her girl? Yeah, I'm her girl. But it is what it is, young fella. Wow. It's your girl that's cheating on you. It ain't me. I'm just a poor fella out here with forbidden fruit being thrown in my face. But it's your girl. Your girl's out here cheating on you. Let me go back to my original scenario. Leah and Jacob and Rachel. Jacob works for Leah. I'm going home right now. Jacob works 7 years for Rachel. And Leah allows herself to be disguised, prepared to marry her sister's man. Her sister's man. Leah, you guys never preach this. They never preach this. I'm going to preach it like I feel like it preaching it. Leah allows herself to be prepared in advance. You think it took 1 day to prepare? She secretly was being prepared because her father said, I'm going to allow you to marry Jacob and don't tell your sister. I'm going to prepare a wedding scenario for you to make sure that you get a man. Your sister might come after. He didn't probably tell her that because Leah really said, that's my man. But he prepared a scenario to make Leah the sister who Jacob wasn't working for, who Jacob wasn't in love with, to go and to become his wife. She didn't just keep it quiet. I don't know what Rachel was doing when they were having this wedding. Rachel must have been taken away because Rachel wasn't there saying, that's my husband though. That's my husband though. She wasn't doing that. They must have slipped Rachel away. Leah having a wedding feast all by herself, kept quiet, allowed that man to have sex with her that night, kept quiet because she has no bro code, sister code, no bro code. Ancient women to modern women, no bro code. Was Jacob cheating on the woman he actually worked for? How could he be cheating? He woke up next to a woman he didn't even realize he was married to and was shocked. Ladies, men don't cheat. It's a ridiculous concept. Sometimes you are never in a relationship. You've got to determine, were you actually in a relationship to qualify this to be cheating? Were you actually connected to this man? Were you actually pleasing him? Were you actually having real communication? Were you actually limiting the opportunities for his desires not to go astray? Were you actually causing this man to plug into everything that you are? Men don't cheat. It's a ridiculous concept. Alexa, resume the music. Hey, come on. Tomorrow, I'm going to discuss this. Why some of you are not dateable. I have 18 reasons. 18 reasons why you might not be dateable. That's tomorrow night. But until then, this is Big Dell. It's the real Spiel. Tell your people here. Tell your mama, tell your kinfolk. Hey! It's the real Spiel, baby, 8 p.m. every night, Monday to Friday. It's that chocolate gorilla, that brown skin assassin, shooting never passing. The 6'7" wonder, there'll never be another. See you tomorrow. Share this with your friends. You too. I appreciate you hanging around. I answer the lives on the Instagram. Good night to everybody out here. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Hey, I'm going to ask this question. Some of you aren't dateable.